Lesson 17. Battles and the Trojan Horse. Have you heard of the Trojan Horse? The story of the Trojan Horse is a famous tale from ancient Greece. It goes like this. Once upon a time there was a big war between the Greeks and the Trojans. The Greeks wanted to capture the city of Troy, but the Trojans were strong and had big walls protecting their city. So the Greeks had to come up with a clever plan. They built a huge wooden horse, which they called the Trojan Horse. It was so big that it couldn't fit inside the city walls, so they left it outside as they were giving up and going home. The Trojans were curious about the horse and wondered why the Greeks had left it behind. Some Trojans thought it was a gift, while others were suspicious. But a Trojan named Sinon, who was actually a Greek spy, convinced them that it was a peace offering and that they should bring it inside the city. The Trojans believed Sinon and thought it would be a great idea to have the horse as a symbol of victory. So they opened the city gates and brought the horse inside. What the Trojans didn't know was that inside of the horse, Greek soldiers were hiding. They'd been waiting patiently for the right moment to strike. That night, when the Trojans were sleeping, the Greek soldiers came out of the horse and opened the city gates. The rest of the Greek army had secretly returned and entered the city and attacked the Trojans. The Trojans were caught by surprise and couldn't defend themselves properly. The Greeks were able to capture the city of Troy and win the war, all because of their clever trick, the Trojan horse. Battles. One of the most famous battles in ancient Greek history is the Battle of Thermopylae, which took place in 480 BCE during the Persian Wars. It was fought between the alliance of the Greek city-states led by the king Leonidas I of Sparta and the Persian Empire led by King Xerxes I. The Persian Empire, under the command of Xerxes, sought to expand its territory and conquer Greece. The Greeks, aware of the impending invasion, decided to make a stand at the narrow pass of Thermopylae, which provided a strategic advantage against the larger Persian army. King Leonidas and his force of around 7,000 Greek soldiers, including 300 Spartans, held the pass against the Persian army, which numbered in the hundreds of thousands. The Greeks used their superior training and tactics to hold off the Persians for several days, inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. However, a local resident named Ephialtes betrayed the Greeks by revealing a mountain path that allowed the Persians to flank them. Realising they were about to be surrounded, Leonidas dismissed most of his Greek forces, ordering them to retreat and fight another day. He and his 300 Spartans, along with a few hundred Thespians and Thracians, stayed behind to hold off the Persians. In the final stand, Leonidas and his men fought valiantly, but they were ultimately overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of the Persian army. They were all killed, but their sacrifice brought time for the rest of the Greeks to prepare for the Persian invasion. The Battle of Thermopylae became legendary for its bravery and heroism displayed by the Greek soldiers, particularly the Spartans. It symbolised the resistance of a small force against a much larger and more powerful enemy. The Battle of Marathon. The Battle of Marathon took place in 490 BCE between the Persian Empire and the city-states of Athens. Here's a summary of the events. The Persian Empire, led by Darius I, had been expanding its territories and aimed to conquer Greece. In 492 BCE, Darius sent a fleet to attack Greece, but it was defeated in a storm. Seeking revenge, Darius planned another invasion. In 490 BCE, Darius sent a massive Persian force, estimated to be around 25,000 soldiers, across the Aegean Sea to Greece. The Persian army, led by Artaphernes, landed at a plain of Marathon about 26 miles northeast of Athens. The Athenians, led by 10 generals, devised a plan to counter the Persian invasion. They decided to march the army to Marathon to confront the Persians before they could reach Athens. The Athenians had around 10,000 hoplites, heavily armoured infantry, and some Plathian allies. The Athenians formed a strong defensive line, known as a phalanx, and with their hoplites they positioned themselves on higher ground, protecting their flanks, and with the help of the Plathians, the Persian army, though larger in number, was not as well organised. The Persians launched their attack, attempting to break through the Athenian line. However, the Athenians held their ground and repelled the Persian assault. The Greeks' long spears and superior armour gave them an advantage in close combat. After successfully defending their position, the Athenians launched a counter-attack. They pushed the Persians back, causing confusion and disarray in the Persian ranks. The Athenians managed to break through the Persian line and pursued them towards their ships. Realising they were being outmanoeuvred, the Persians retreated to their ships. The Athenians, fearing the Persians might sail directly to Athens, quickly marched back to defend their city. The Athenians emerged victorious, having defeated the Persian invasion force. The Persians suffered heavy losses, while the Athenians lost around 192 soldiers. The victory at Marathon boosted the morale of the Athenians and inspired other Greek city-states to resist Persian aggression. According to legend, after the battle, a messenger named Phidippides was sent to Athens to announce the victory. He ran the entire distance from Marathon to Athens, approximately 26 miles, without stopping to deliver the news. This inspired the modern-day marathon race. The Battle of Marathon was a significant event in Greek history. It marked a crucial victory against the Persian Empire and demonstrated the strength and resilience of the Greek city-states.